I've got 2 bags of whips. Some of the projects in here have been sitting for a couple days. Some have been sitting for far too long. So I figured in today's video, we'd go through them together and we would finish these projects once and for all. Let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Hey y'all, my name's Anastasia and I am the owner of RJ Crochet, where I make wearables, plushies, and accessories. If any of those things interest you, or if you like to see the behind the scenes of a small crochet business or crochet vlogs, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to receive all the notifications, because I do post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So in today's video, as I mentioned, I'm going to be going through my whips. Now, a couple of them are from the other day's video, which I'll be sure to link down below and put in a card for y'all to see if y'all would like to watch it. But there's some other projects here that I have no idea if they've seen the light of day in like a year or more. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried, I'm a little concerned. I don't know if I took any notes on them before I left off, what I was doing, what hook size I was using, any of that. So probably gonna be a lot of winging it on those older projects, to be completely honest, but I think it's gonna be fine. My first bag is this beautiful candy cane bag that I got from Dollar General, and it's been quite handy. Highly recommend it. It's not too big, not too bulky, easy to travel with. That's besides the point. That's not why y'all are here. Y'all are here to see what my whips are. I have a beanie that I'm working on, and this is one of the projects I started on the other day of just, you know, crocheting for good times. I am pretty close to being done with it, and so I kind of just want to finish it so I can include it for my drop for January, which I will have more information on as it gets closer to the drop date. The next project that I have is my scarf, my Tunisian scarf. That looks kind of wonky, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna put this in the drop, so I might prioritize this lower compared to the other projects. I don't know, it depends. I do love the gradient on it though. Isn't that beautiful? Like, I really do love it. I just don't like the texture of the yarn. It drives me crazy. With it worked up all together, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, but I do need to work on my tension because I'm pretty sure it's starting to look like a trapezoid. So if y'all have any advice and tips on Tunisian crochet, please do share in the comment section down below, because your girl needs it. Here's the bag that I am scared of. Not going to lie. So right off the bat, on top, I have a stocking. Now, last year I was in a big kick of making stockings, and this is, I don't know why I didn't finish this and why I didn't finish it sooner to have it ready to go for Christmas, because it's pretty much done. All I have to do is add my white border and then do the ribbing to make the cuff, add my little loop to hang it on the stocking holders, and that's it. I'm probably going to go ahead and finish this in today's video as well, just because it can be done for next year. And then I still need to make another stocking. Okay, I'm a little tangled here, so let me pull some stuff out. Project number 4 is a sweater. My first crochet sweater ever, and to be honest, I think my gauge is completely off because, would you believe me if I told you this is a size large? Yeah, I wouldn't either. I don't know how it's a large, but I guess my gauge is off, but I got it pretty close to what was stated in the pattern, so I don't know what's going on there, but it's fine, it's okay. It's gonna fit me, it'll be alright. I just know for the next time I make a sweater to go up a little bit in my gauge. All I have to do is finish my sleeve, I believe. Literally, that's all I have left to do, is a little bit of the sleeve decreasing and then the cuff. And then I gotta weave my ends, and then this is done. It's wintertime here in Mississippi, barely, to be honest, but it is going to get colder in January and February, so if I want to wear this, I think January would be the perfect time to wear this, and I'll have something new to wear for my videos, because I know y'all see me wearing the same sweatshirt on a cycle, on a rotation, because I just love sweatshirts so much. They're my comfort. It's what I wear every day, all the time, no matter what. I'll have a new sweater to wear, so I'll have it in the cycle of rotation of my sweatshirts. The next project is a scarf, I believe. And this is yarn from Hobby Lobby as well, but I can't remember the brand. I think it's Yarn Bee, but I don't remember the name, to be completely honest. And the reason this isn't finished is I ran out of yarn. So I don't know if I want to keep working on the scarf, because like this is pretty far. It's not long enough yet to be a scarf, I don't think. Like I would have to do probably another skein. I don't know. I'll have to think on this if I'm going to finish it or frog it. Because if I don't frog it, then I'll have to go get more yarn, or I get a little creative and I do kind of like a color blocking situation, and I add on this end and this end to add length to it without buying more yarn. That might be the plan. That might be what I do, so I don't have to go and buy more yarn, because I'm trying to use up what I already have. I'm going to think on what color I'll use to finish this, because I don't think it'll take me that long to do. Also, I don't know how many projects I'm on now. 4? 5? I don't know if I'm going to finish all of these in the video. I didn't know that I had this many projects. I thought I had maybe like 3. No, I still have more in here. And I'm going to be honest, this next one I don't think I'm going to finish. It's supposed to be a tote bag, but I did the thermal stitch because I wanted it to be heavy duty. And then I realized, this is going to be a heavy bag without anything in it. And I don't know that I really want to finish making this. I also have like a piece, one side panel done that I needed to attach, and then I was working on another side panel to attach, and then all I would have to do is the straps. It is not a lightweight bag whatsoever, and I don't know about y'all, but I don't want a super heavy bag on my shoulder. I already have shoulder pain from crocheting because sometimes my tension's too tight. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to put this to the side. This is going to be a potential maybe for later. Maybe we rethink the design and idea of it. And this was also my first attempt of trying to make up something for my own brain, making my own pattern and whatnot. I don't know that I'm thrilled and happy with it, so I might just scratch this idea, start fresh and new. I don't know. Off to the side it goes for now. The last thing I think in here, oh no, there's 2 more things. I have a bunch of these wisteria flowers, I think that's what it is, or lavender. My idea was to make a garland, which I still want to do, but I don't know that I want to do just the blue color that I was thinking of doing. I think I want to add some other colors into it as well to make it more colorful. But I've made so many of these. How many exactly? 1, 2, here's a darker blue, 3, 4, 5, 6? Is that it? Is that it? Really? Only 6? I have 6 of these apparently. I don't know that this is going to be a priority either, to be completely honest. This might be saved for another video because, number 1, I'm not really in the mood to make a bunch of these pieces. Number 2, I don't know that I want to do this anymore. Because I don't know that I want to have this hanging up in my closet, and the only place I would put it is on my shelf. Maybe like back here or up here. I don't know. Maybe y'all can let me know in the comments section down below what y'all think I should do with this. Should I just scrap the idea? Should I continue moving forward with it? Maybe do different colors and just like have it hanging up here? I don't know. I really don't know. So for this video, I think I'm going to postpone this for now. The last thing is something that I've neglected for like a year and a half. And it's a baby blanket. And the reason I've neglected it is because my daughter decided she wanted to help me cut yarn before my ends were weaved in. This was also made out of Big Twist, and I don't know if I can get these colors anymore, because even if I could, the color lot would be completely different. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this either. Yeah, I have no idea. I think this is going to be a set to the side still project. So with all that being said, the projects that I am going to prioritize is this beanie. This is going to be priority number 1. Priority number 2 is going to be this scarf. Priority number 3 is going to be my sweater. Project number 4 is going to be my stocking. Now, the other projects, such as like the blanket, the flowers, etc., if I get these done in a timely manner to where I have some time to work on them or try and rethink them, I will do that, but I might save those for another video, to be completely honest, because I really want to make sure I get to these first. Hopefully I can finish them. I'm going to start with the beanie. I'm a little annoyed, not gonna lie. Let me pull my yarn so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Here is the strand of yarn. This is what I am used to. So tell me why, in the middle of my skein of yarn, I have a little tiny thread. I'll give a size comparison. What happened? They just forget to add an extra thread? Did it get wounded too tightly? I think that's what happened. And I don't want to cut it off, because then what am I going to do with all of this? I guess use it for scrap yarn and pair it with the thin yarn that matches with it. Because I went ahead and started crocheting with it, but like I think you can tell a difference. So I'm going to pull back my work a little bit. I'm going to cut my yarn, and then I'm going to retie it. Hopefully I have enough yarn to finish this beanie. Whip number 1 is now finished. I'm really happy with this beanie. I think it's so pretty, and I love that it's neutral, but it still has a little bit of a fun effect to it with the little specks of different colored yarn. I'm super happy with how this turned out. I am going to have this available in my January drop, so I do have a collection of items back there that I've been saving up to make sure I take pictures for number 1, number 2. That way I know what I have, because I'm aiming for like 25 to 35 items since I am starting so far in advance. Now for February, I don't know if I'm going to have that many items. It just depends. But this is done now. I am going to look at my yarn, figure out what I want to do for my scarf. Also, this is what I had left of that yarn, so this is going to be added to the scrap pile. I'm very excited to use this. I think I'm going to frog this project, and the reason for it is because it is so stiff on the ends. It's not flowy, it's not drapey, it's none of those. It just feels really heavy on the bottom and it doesn't have a lot of movement to it, and that's not what I want in my scarf. I also am not really thrilled about the idea of doing one color on one side and another on the other and doing like a color block, just because this is not the same yarn as Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I think this is a little bit thicker, so I think it's going to be a little messed up in the consistency of my tension, number 1, and number 2, the width. I'm going to frog this. I'm going to come back to this. I don't know if I'm going to make something else with this yarn or not, to be completely honest. And then I'm going to move on to the sweater, and I'm going to think about what I might want to do with this yarn instead, since I wanted to finish this, but I'm realizing that this yarn's not great for the scarf that I did. That's where I'm at. I'm going to get my yarn winder, and I'm going to start caking this yarn up. Hopefully it's easy to wind up, but we'll see. The cake is yarned. No, that's not right. The yarn is caked now, and I don't know what I'm going to make with it. And I don't know that I'm going to make anything with it in today's video. I might just have to save this for another day, because I do want to get to my sweater, which I think will be no problems at all. Let me try and figure out what hook I used with this and where exactly I'm at in this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a 5. And then for the cuff, I'll use a 4 and hope that it works out and it's the same. But for right now, I'm going to go to bed. I'm exhausted. I am tired. Hopefully I can get this finished up tomorrow. And then I don't know about my stocking, if that's going to happen tomorrow or not. We'll have to see. So I'll see you in the morning. It is the next night. Today was a very busy day, and I had very little time to crochet. And I do have a couple of updates. So the first one, I figured out my sweater. I was about to say scarf. This is a sweater. I've got it figured out. This should take me no time at all to finish it. I don't know if I'm going to be weaving in the ends today or not, just to be honest, because I want to finish up my other projects as well. So that's what I'm going to be working on first. I did figure out what I want to do with this yarn though that I frogged last night, and I think I'm going to make some ear warmers. Now I'm in the middle of working on one. This is pretty much what I've worked on today, and that was about it. I don't know if I'm going to get to any more other than this, but I can say that this that was once a whip was then turned into something else after the whip was frogged, so that makes me feel better. And then the scarf that I was working on that was Tunisian with this yarn, it was starting to look like a trapezoid because my tension is all over the place, so I frogged it. This yarn is very hard to frog based on me just doing the Tunisian crochet. I don't know about regular crochet, but it was very difficult to frog, and I literally had to like rip it apart. Not a good time. Did not have fun doing that at all. I don't know what I'm going to do for this yarn anymore. I don't know if I'm going to get to it in this video, but for sure we'll be starting on this, so I'm going to get to work on it so I can get it finished. My sweater is finished. I just put it on. I'm actually really happy with it. For the most part, there are a couple of things that I would change. Number one, I would make a bigger size because this is supposed to be large. I will have to do actual measurements to figure out if my sizing matches up with the sizing it says the large is supposed to be, because I'm not sure, but I did the same stitches for a size large, if that makes sense. The second thing I would change is the cuffs. I am the type of girly that likes to do this with my sleeves, okay? And maybe once I block it, it'll relax a little bit and it'll be fine. But as of now, I lift up my arm and it comes up all the way up here. I don't like that. Now, if I'm standing up and I'm relaxed, like it's fine. But the moment I like start pulling up my arms, like the sleeves start to pull down. So I don't like that. And then the other part that I'm not a fan of is my neckline. I decided to go a little rogue with my neckline and made it a little bit thicker than it should have been. Me not knowing what I know now then, I shouldn't have done that because it kind of just like sticks up straight. It doesn't look too bad, I don't think, but I'm not sure. The last thing that I would change is the length of my sweater. It's a bit cropped on me and I don't know if it's supposed to be or not. I would have to go back and look at the pattern because it was so long ago when I started this. And I'm going to show you. Don't judge my sweatpants, okay? Because it's freezing outside. It's also freezing inside. I'm not trying to freeze here, okay? So I'm wearing green sweatpants because they're my favorite. But it's cropped. So my belly button is like here. I don't like my sweaters this cropped. Like the fit that I like is what I normally wear in my videos, which is like they're down to here, you know? So I would make it a little bit longer, and I also would make it a little less fitted because it fits me pretty well. I just like a more baggy fit, so that's how it fits. I am happy with it for the most part though. For my first crochet sweater that I've never like ever done before, I'm really proud with this. I also should have just finished this when I started it like a couple weeks ago, months ago, whenever it was, because the sleeve that I had to finish, this one I believe, took me 45 minutes. Why didn't I just finish it? And that's also while also weaving in all my ends. Total took me 45 minutes. Why didn't I just finish it? And then the last thing with my sweater, this is how much yarn I have left. This is my 4th ball of this yarn. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And would this even count as a scrap? Because there is a decent amount, but like, I don't know that I can make a full project with this unless I do like a smaller item. Maybe I can make ear warmers with this, but I don't even think this would cover a beanie. So I think I made the decision. It's going to go in the scrap yarn pile, and I can use it for a scrap yarn video. I am now going to change, and then I'll come back and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next, because this video isn't going as planned, but that's okay. We can pivot. It'll be fine. It'll be good. For my next whip, which technically it wasn't a whip, but in my brain I am going to count it as a whip, because this yarn was once upon a time a scarf that was a whip that I wanted to finish, but then I looked at it and I was like, that's not going to be good. I don't like that. I don't even want to steam it or try and block it to try and fix it. I think it's going to be too stiff. So I started an ear warmer. So that's what I'm going to work on next, is my ear warmer, because I'm 8 rows in. I think I want to do either 2 or 4 more rows. I might want to see what a thicker one looks like, see if I like that better than the 10 rows, because that's what I did for my other beanies, not beanies, ear warmers. But problem is I have so much of this yarn, so I don't know if I'm going to make a bunch of ear warmers with this, or if I'm going to make another project. I'm not sure. But if you'll have any project recommendations for this yarn, please do let me know, because I have made totes out of this, like tote bags. I actually have mine on the chair. I made this 2 years ago. Yeah, two years ago. And it's still holding up perfectly fine. No issues, no problems. And so I don't know that I necessarily want to make another bag though, because I'm not going to have enough yarn, because I need exactly 2 skeins of yarn to do a bag. Unless I do a smaller bag, but I don't even want to do a smaller bag. I don't know. If you have any comments, suggestions, ideas, please let me know. I would be so grateful, because that's pretty much what I've got with this, is ear warmers. Maybe a beanie. Maybe I could do a beanie. But I've already done a beanie. I've done a lot of beanies lately. That's where I'm at. I'm going to work on my ear warmer. I'll think about it. Here is whip number 3, I think. Yes, whip number 3. And I think I do like the thicker ear warmer. I'm just going to be honest. So I'm glad I did 12 rows for this specific yarn, because it is a little bit of a thicker yarn. And I think it's going to hold up pretty well for an ear warmer. So this project is officially done and finished. I'm very happy with it. It is going to be in my January drop, so I'm very excited to have another product ready to go for it. And now, let me see if I can grab it. I'm going to work on my stocking. I have no idea how long this is going to take me. I have not worked on this in a year and a month, maybe a year and 2 months. I have no idea. So I have no idea what hook I used. I'm going to assume a 5mm. And honestly, if I didn't, I really don't care. Because it's a stocking and I'm doing the white border, and then I'm going to be doing the white cuff to fold over. So that's what I'm going to work on next. Hopefully it goes by quickly, because it is 11:22 at night. So if I can get this done, then I think I'm finished with all of my whips. Here is my progress on my stocking. I do need to do a couple more rows of my cuff and then join it together, and then I need to make my loop for it as well. But it is late, so I'm going to do that in the morning, and I will see y'all then. Good morning. It is the next day. I literally just woke up, but I was so excited because I wanted to show y'all I finished my stocking, and I am so happy with how it turned out. So now I only have one left to do. And then my whole stocking set is done, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So, very happy with how this turned out. And that is going to be the last project for today's video. So, I will do a quick wrap up of the other items that I made earlier. I made this beanie. Super cute. I did this ear warmer. And those two items are going to be available on my website for my January drop, which I'm really excited about because it's the first time I'm doing it. And last but not least, I finished my sweater, my first crochet sweater, and I showed my mom because they're in town still and she wants one. So I will definitely be making a video where I'm making my mom's sweater for her. I just need to know what color she wants. That's going to be the end of today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and also click the subscribe button and ring the bell to receive all the notifications of when I upload. I do upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So with that being said, I will see y'all in my next video on Thursday. Bye!